Are you constantly battling bank overdraft fees? We're going to talk about why a bank overdraft might not be the best idea for your financial health. Today, we're diving into the world of bank overdrafts and why you might want to steer clear of them. First, let's understand what a bank overdraft is. An overdraft occurs when you withdraw more money from your bank account than you actually have, and your bank covers the difference for a fee. To break it down, imagine you have £100 in your checking account. You go to buy groceries, and the total comes to £150. Because you don't have enough money, your bank steps in and covers the extra £50. However, this service isn't free. The bank will charge you an overdraft fee, which can range anywhere from £15 to £30 plus interest, depending on your bank's policies. Overdrafts can be a helpful safety net in emergency situations, preventing your payment from being declined or avoiding late fees on bills. However, they can also lead to a cycle of debt if you're not careful. Continuous overdrawing can result in multiple fees, which can add up quickly, putting you even further in the red. It's important to be aware of your bank's specific overdraft policies. Some banks offer a grace period or waive the fee if you bring your account back to a positive balance within a day. Others might charge daily fees for each day your account remains overdrawn. At first glance, this might seem like a helpful feature, but let's break down the reasons why relying on an overdraft is not a good financial strategy. Firstly, the fees can add up quickly. Every time you overdraft, your bank charges a fee, which can range from £15 to £30. If you're frequently overdrafting, these fees can accumulate, draining your funds faster than you might realize. Overdraft fees can also lead to a vicious cycle of debt. If your account remains overdrawn, some banks charge additional daily fees, exacerbating the financial strain. You might find yourself trapped in a loop where each paycheck goes towards covering previous overdrafts and fees, leaving little for essential expenses. Moreover, relying on overdrafts can negatively impact your financial health and stress levels. Constantly worrying about whether you have enough in your account to cover transactions can lead to anxiety and stress, affecting your overall well-being and financial stability. Using overdrafts frequently can also damage your relationship with your bank. Consistent use of an overdraft might lead your bank to close your account or reduce your access to other financial services, such as loans or credit lines, further limiting your financial options. Lastly, the habit of using an overdraft regularly can prevent you from developing better financial practices. Relying on overdrafts may lead you to avoid creating and sticking to a budget, saving money, or finding other ways to manage your expenses more effectively. Reason number 1, high fees. Most banks charge hefty fees for overdrafts. These fees can range from £15 to £30 per transaction. If you're not careful, you could end up paying hundreds of pounds in fees for just a few small purchases. Imagine this scenario. You buy a £4 coffee, a £5 sandwich, and a £10 book, thinking these are minor expenses. But if your account balance is low, each of these small transactions could trigger an overdraft fee. Instead of spending just £19, you might face an additional £60 to £90 in fees. These fees can accumulate rapidly. It's not just about one or two fees. Multiple fees can pile up before you even realize your account is overdrawn. This can quickly turn a manageable situation into a financial crisis. Moreover, some banks might charge an extended overdraft fee if your account remains negative for several days. This means you could be hit with even more charges just for not being able to bring your balance back to positive quickly enough. It's easy to see how this can spiral out of control. What starts as a simple mistake, forgetting to check your balance, can lead to a cascade of fees that drain your finances and leave you struggling to catch up. In conclusion, high overdraft fees are a significant risk. They can turn small, everyday purchases into costly transactions, making it hard to manage your budget and maintain financial stability. Always keep a close eye on your account balance to avoid falling into this expensive trap by setting up low balance alerts. Reason number 2, impact on your credit score. Frequent overdrafts can indicate to lenders that you're having trouble managing your finances. This can lower your credit score and make it more difficult to get loans or credit in the future. When you frequently overdraw your account, it sends a signal to potential lenders that you might not be managing your money effectively. This can raise red flags, as lenders prefer to see responsible financial behavior when considering loan applications. Overdrafts can be recorded in your credit report, especially if your bank decides to send your unpaid overdraft fees to a collection agency. This negative mark can stay on your credit report for up to 7 years, affecting your creditworthiness long term. A lower credit score can have a ripple effect on various aspects of your financial life. It can lead to higher interest rates on loans and credit cards, costing you more money in the long run. It might also result in getting denied for credit altogether, limiting your financial options. Beyond loans and credit cards, a poor credit score can impact your ability to rent an apartment, get a job, or even secure lower insurance premiums. Landlords and employers often check credit scores as part of their evaluation process, and a low score can be a disadvantage. The stress of knowing your credit score is suffering due to frequent overdrafts can also take a toll on your mental health. Constantly worrying about your financial future can lead to anxiety and stress, making it even harder to break the cycle of overdrafts. It's crucial to manage your account responsibly and avoid overdrafts to maintain a healthy credit score and ensure better financial opportunities in the future. Reason number 3, it can create a cycle of debt. When you rely on overdrafts, you're essentially borrowing money from the bank at a high cost. This can lead to a vicious cycle where you're constantly trying to catch up, but the fees keep pushing you further into debt. When you overdraw, you're borrowing money you don't have, and each transaction comes with a steep fee. If you're continually using an overdraft to cover daily expenses, these fees can quickly add up, making it harder to recover your financial footing. As you keep paying fees, less of your money goes towards actual expenses. Instead of paying off bills or buying essentials, a significant portion of your funds is eaten up by overdraft charges. This can make it difficult to break the cycle, as each new paycheck is already reduced by past overdrafts. This cycle of debt can have long-term consequences. Chronic overdraft usage can lead to your account being closed by the bank, forcing you to find alternative banking solutions that might come with their own set of challenges and costs. Reason number 4, there are better alternatives available. Instead of relying on overdrafts, consider setting up an emergency fund. Even a small buffer of £500 can make a big difference. Relying on overdrafts can seem like an easy fix, but it's a costly one. Building an emergency fund provides a safety net that can cover unexpected expenses without incurring high fees. Start small. Even a few pounds set aside each week can grow into a substantial buffer over time. Creating an emergency fund requires discipline and commitment, but the peace of mind it brings is invaluable. Instead of dreading the next unexpected expense, you'll know you have a cushion to fall back on, reducing financial stress and allowing you to manage your money more effectively. There are also other alternatives to avoid overdrafts, such as setting up low balance alerts on your bank account. These alerts can notify you when your balance is getting low, allowing you to take action before an overdraft occurs. Budgeting is also crucial. By carefully planning your expenses and tracking your spending, you can avoid situations where overdrawing becomes a risk. There are numerous budgeting apps and tools available that can help you manage your finances more efficiently. In conclusion, while overdrafts might seem like an easy solution, there are much better alternatives that can save you money and stress in the long run. Building an emergency fund, setting up alerts, linking accounts, and budgeting are all effective strategies to maintain financial stability and avoid the high costs associated with overdrafts. Thank you for watching, and please check out our other Money Explained Simply videos on our channel. Have you gotten out of an overdraft situation? How did you do it? Comment below.